Hey, what's going on, everybody? Of course, it's me, Action Packed, and yes, we finally have our Zombies trailer, our world premiere Zombies trailer. I will be doing a full breakdown of this, and if I don't catch something, I will put it in an annotation, so if I do miss something, please leave it in the comments below, and I will make sure to credit you and put it in an annotation on the screen. What I will be doing throughout this video is actually breaking things down, doing an analysis of screenshots. I will be giving you guys screenshots, slowing things down, giving you guys a better look at things, pointing a lot of things out, going in detail on some things, giving you guys my ideas and theories. So if you guys would leave your ideas and theories in the comments below, I would appreciate it. And I also decided to give you guys some tips throughout this video just in case you actually decide to use them when the game comes out. I think it would really help you out. So let's jump right in. Alright, now I paused it right here just to show you one of these sceneries that are in Black Ops 2 Zombies, especially for this map. This map is definitely going to be outrageously huge. There's tons of locations where this bus is going to stop at. It is still unknown whether you stay at a location for a couple of rounds or just a round and you switch to a different location every round or every couple of rounds, or how that works just yet. That was not revealed within this yet, but I'm sure we'll figure that out pretty soon. But as you can see, we have a bunch of corn rows right here. So obviously there's going to be a barn somewhere, and later in the trailer you actually do see a barn, which I will break that down completely so you guys can get every detail out of that. But let's keep going on with this. Alright, now I paused it here just because it's not that important, but I think it's going to be very important in a later discussion in this video. So please remember this mark in the video. I'll probably remind you later, but just remember this part of the map, okay? And as you can see from that bridge, it looks like we still have the same kind of scenery. It's like red, misty atmosphere, and then it just kind of turns slowly into this bus station. So it's definitely safe to say that this is definitely around each other. First, it's that farmish area, and then it goes to that bridge, and then it goes to this bus station. So I'm going to be trying to elaborate on the routes that this bus will be taking throughout this video as well. Now, staying at this screenshot for a second, the first thing that jumps out at me is this box spawn that I'm highlighting on the screen for you right now. We couldn't really see it a whole lot in the Zombies preview, but you can see it a whole ton better in this, and it's definitely confirmed this is definitely a box spawn. You have your cinder blocks, those regular boxes. You can't really see it in here, but you could have seen it in the Zombies preview. I'll have a link to that in the description, as well as the original video for this, so you guys can check that out. But you have a teddy bear right here in the middle of these boxes. Now for this bus right here, as you can see, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 windows on this side of the bus. We can assume the same thing for the other side, so you got 8 windows. And then on the top you have this hatch which zombies could possibly drop down in from. And another thing is that in the very front of the bus you can see that there is a door. You can't really see it from this angle, but you can definitely see it from other angles, which I'll point out a little bit later in the video. But it looks like you have 2 doors. That's pretty interesting. I didn't see that in the original preview, and I thought I'd point that out to you guys. So this is what we got. All the entranceways that zombies can get in is possibly the front window, 4 windows on each side, the top hatch, and possibly the doors. The doors look like the windows are kind of like shortened, so I don't know if they're going to be able to get through that. They also might be able to get through these back 2 windows right here. So there's definitely going to be a whole big change in gameplay on this map. You're probably going to spend a quite amount of time on this bus just driving around to different stations and different places where this bus will stop around the map. So this is definitely going to change gameplay a lot. Just think of Nostra Untold and how small that was and how the gameplay was. Even if you camped, there's a ton of zombies just flying at you. This is a smaller area. I mean, you can only fit, if you could actually fit more than the actual characters you could fit in the game, you could probably only fit maybe like 20 characters, maybe even less, maybe 18 on this bus. That is a very small amount of space. And just moving around with 4 to 8 players on this bus would be ridiculous. Now this isn't that important, but this definitely foreshadows some other stuff that happens later in this video. If you see right here, you actually have lava between the cracks of these pieces of the road. Now this is really interesting, and they've never done anything like this. They're definitely changing up a lot of the gameplay. They're adding lava into zombies. So think about it. If you have huge puddles of lava in places, you're just dead instantly. There's no way you're just going to get hurt. You're probably just going to die. But if they do make it so you just maybe get burned a little bit, I think that would be a lot better. That would be a lot less cheap. Alright, now I discussed this in a video yesterday, but if you see right here, it says out of service. And since this is kind of like the beginning of the map, like right when you start off and I'll explain why in a second. But it starts off with out of service. Now, this could mean that you need to activate the power to start the bus, or maybe it just says out of service, and it just starts to go to a different bus stop when it's in service. Maybe it means something like that. Or maybe when the zombie starts sprinting, it says in service, or maybe at a certain round, it says that it's in service. Maybe like every 5 rounds, every 4 rounds, maybe something like that. We still don't know. We still need more confirmation on that. And as you can see, again, you have more lava in this crack right here. And if you look way back here, you definitely have some reddish fog going on, and you definitely have some lava in a crack right there as well. Alright, I wanted to stop it right here just to show you guys this zombie actually has blue eyes. Now, this is extremely different to previous Call of Duties because they have either had orange or white eyes, and that is when Samantha Maxis was controlling all of these zombies. But that's not the case anymore. This zombie right here is actually being controlled by Richtofen. He actually took power of these zombies after the Moon Easter egg in Black Ops 1. So now in Black Ops 2, we're going to start off with Richtofen taking control of the zombies, and there's actually a couple rumors going around that Samantha Maxis actually still has control of some of these zombies. Not like a huge ton and have like a zombie war. It's more like maybe 1 or 2, or maybe just 1. Maybe even the bus driver. A lot of people have been saying that. Now, I'm going to play this clip a couple times for you guys just so you can see it enough so you know that these zombies are definitely walking slower than what they were in the Zombies preview trailer. Now, in the Zombies preview trailer, right when that bus took off and went to the next stop, and by the way, it was at this bus station and then it actually left the bus station. So when it did leave the bus station, these zombies were sprinting like no other Call of Duty zombie sprint you've ever seen before. It was ridiculous because these zombies are eventually going to jump on top of that bus, and they need to run fast if they're going to jump on a bus. They're going to need to run faster than your actual character does. So rape training actually might be canceled out in this kind of gameplay. We don't know that yet. We haven't, played the game. We haven't seen legitimate gameplay by itself yet, but there's a good chance rape training could be gone. Also, another thing I want to point out is these zombies are coming out in huge packs. Now, if you're playing any other kind of map, you actually have zombies that come in like real small packs, or they're like real scattered out because they all spawn in a lot of different locations. They're coming from all different angles. And if you see in a second here, you actually have a character on the bus, and there's probably all the rest of the characters on there as well. So you're probably going to end up defending yourself from this bus for maybe a couple rounds, and then you get off, and then you just kind of survive for a bit, and then you get back on the bus. We still don't know how exactly that's going to work just yet. Alright, now right here, some of you guys are probably already assuming, oh my god, you start out with an awesome gun at the beginning of Zombies? Well, just think of it this way. These guys are trying to make a very awesome trailer for us, okay? And just starting off with a really awesome gun and just like spraying and praying, shooting zombies, seeing blood fly everywhere. Now that is some awesome trailer gameplay. And from round 1 or whatever this is, we definitely know it's an early round because the zombies are going real slow. They're definitely not going to have as good of guns as they have now. It's just not going to happen. It's a possibility, but as many times as I've done a breakdown trailer, I've seen in Call of the Dead, they all had these guns and these cool weapons they were using that weren't actually even in the game. They were just in the trailer. So right here, I just want to point out that this actually might not be the case with this. You're probably not going to start out with as good of a gun as they're showing right now. So keep that in mind, please. Now, 2 things I want to point out right here is this zombie face. They definitely changed up the skins of the zombies. They look just a little bit different, and they look kind of cooler in a way. Their eyes are definitely like very magnificent. But if you look in the background here, we have a puddle of lava, just like I talked about a while ago. Very crazy stuff. Definitely don't want to fall in that. And it looks like it just might be like hanging over the edge just enough. So if you fell in there, you are definitely going to die. You're not going to be able to get out of there. But if you walk around, you will probably be all right. Maybe if you get too close to it, you actually might get hurt a little bit, just like for a little warning. But I just want to point that out to you guys because there's actually going to be quite a few puddles of lava throughout this map. Alright, now the most important thing in this screenshot is we have a new character. Now, I very much doubt that this is just for like gameplay purposes of the trailer. Like, oh, they're just having these cool looking characters just for the trailer, and then they're going to have someone else different in the actual game. That would disappoint a lot of people, and that would mislead a lot of people. So we can definitely say this is one of our new characters here, and it really does look like the girl on the back of the promotional poster for Black Ops 2. You know how on one side you got Black Ops, the other side you have a zombified version that's kind of orangish? She's holding a skull and a shotgun on her right shoulder, and she has a trucker cap. This looks like the exact same lady. Not to mention in the actual gameplay right here, she is holding a shotgun, which does look like the Winchester that she is holding in the poster. So we can definitely say this girl right here is the girl on the poster. Now check this out, guys. We have another new character. We have that lady that's probably from the back of the poster. Now we have this guy right here. He looks like he's somewhat intelligent. He looks like he's actually kind of nicely dressed. He might be some sort of engineer or something like that. That's just my idea, my theory, though. But just looking at the gun he's using, it's an automatic, and like I said, we can assume this is an early round. They're just using this for the sake of gameplay, trying to get people excited, you know, splashing blood everywhere. And like I said, you're probably not going to start out with a really good gun like this at like level 1 or level 3. I highly doubt it. Since we know that Richthofen is controlling the zombies, he's probably not going to be a playable character. Pretty much definitely not going to be. But so let's count the characters we have. We have that one chick, we have this one dude right here, and then we have our 3 old crew members that we used to always be playing with for like the last 4 years. We have Tank Dempsey, Takeo Masaki, and Nikolai Belinsky. So we have a total of 5 characters so far. Now here's a screenshot of another new character. This is our 3rd new character, totaling us at 6 characters for Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now it's not that clear, you can't really see his face that well, but we know it's a new character because that other one's a lady, and this is definitely not a lady. This is a guy. And this is definitely not the other guy, because right here you can see that this right here looks like that other guy, the kind of clothing he was wearing. He was wearing like a dress shirt with one side hanging out, and then he was wearing jeans. And then this guy right here is wearing a vest. So those are 2 different characters right there. So yes, we are totaling up at 6 at this point. Here you can see even more scenery. It looks like we have some sort of subway going on here, or at least maybe under some sort of bridge. Right now I'm just going to slow it down a bit so you guys can see this a lot better, but this bus is actually running over these zombies. So not only can these zombies run real fast and jump on the bus, but this bus can actually help you out in itself. It will run over the zombies for you. Alright, now they do this a couple of times throughout this whole entire trailer, and I will show you every time they do it, but right here, as you can see in this screenshot, they have this little route where this bus is going, and it looks like where this little emblem is at, that's where they're at currently. Now, if any of you guys follow me on, YouTube, and you guys watch my videos regularly, you know that Treyarch Studios on their Twitter account puts out emblems like every other day that no one has seen before, and everybody's assuming that this is in Black Ops 2 Zombies. No one knows what it is. People assume perks, prestiges. Now, the style of this emblem here looks extremely similar to the ones we've seen as the profile picture for Treyarch Studios on Twitter. And I'll show you a couple on the screen right now, and they look extremely similar to it. And we don't see like all of them in this trailer, so it's safe to assume that the few places they show you in this trailer that they stop at where this bus stops at, that those are only a select few that they show us, but there's going to be more places that they stop at. Maybe that's what these emblems are for. They're not perks, they're not prestiges. These are emblems to show you different places on the map where you'll be stopping at. Alright, now here's a new style of gameplay here. Zombies are actually sliding off of a roof and dropping down and attacking you. Looky here, we have a skull and crossbones on this sign. Now, what do you guys think that means? That means danger, caution, right? You know, there's something bad here. That could be referring to this zombie specifically right here. Now, as you can see, he's about to like rape the crap out of this character right here, but he's flaming. He's on fire. Now, why could that be? This zombie right here could be a possible boss, or maybe we just see him in this area on the map. We don't know that just yet, but maybe when this zombie spawns, maybe he just spawns on fire out of dirt, or maybe he runs through lava and he catches on fire, or maybe he runs even just near lava and he has chemicals on him that cause him to catch on fire, which would make sense if he is the rumored Avogadro zombie. The Avogadro law actually means, you know, it has to do with the balance of gases and stuff to that nature, and they actually use that law for the Manhattan Project to produce bombs. So maybe that has to do with this zombie. Maybe he has chemicals on him that cause him to catch on fire, which that would relate to the Avogadro zombie. So it's safe to say that this is a possibility for the Avogadro zombie. Another pretty huge thing in this screenshot right here is we have another new character. I'm not exactly sure if this was the one I just showed you. I'm pretty sure it's not. The other one was wearing like cargo pants. This one looks like he might be wearing boots and like cuffed up jeans and maybe a different kind of jacket. And he looks like he might even be wearing a bandana. This could be Danny Trejo. I'm not exactly sure. This isn't clear enough to be able to tell. But we definitely have another new character right here. That totals us up to 7. So there's one more new character that we could possibly have. Now, this really isn't relevant or important at all. I just like covering a lot of things in these breakdown trailers, and I thought it'd be a fun fact to share with you. We have a clock right here, and maybe this clock right here, just like in the Map 5 on Black Ops, maybe it tells you the actual time of where you live at, so you won't have to check the dashboard, you actually see what time it is. I think that would be pretty cool if they did that again. As you can see here, yet again, we have another new place that we can fight in. This looks like some sort of diner, and like a couple months ago, like screenshots leaked out, and it was of a diner. So this is definitely confirmed. We're going to be fighting in a diner. So how many places is that? We have like a farm area. We have a bus station. We have like a scrapyard sort of deal. I just showed you guys. We have this place right here, a diner. And oh my gosh, there's still more places I still have to show you. Here we can see a better view of this flaming zombie. Now, I don't know if this is just me or not. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. But it looks like he's just a little bit different. Maybe it's like the hairline of this zombie. Maybe there's like a distinct feature of his face, or maybe some clothing that will actually show you like, oh, this is that Avogadro zombie. This is the flaming zombie. This guy's going to catch on fire soon. I got to get away from this guy or kill him right away. Or maybe right when you shoot at him, that's when he catches on fire. Who knows? Ooh, check this out, guys. We got Speed Cola returning in Black Ops 2 Zombies. Now, the machine doesn't look that different from Black Ops, so I would have to assume that all the machines are pretty much going to be the same, but if they add any new perks, I'm sure they're going to be different. But as you can see, in this diner, that is where the Speed Cola is going to be located. So when you guys are playing Black Ops 2 Zombies and you need Speed Cola, remember that Action Pack told you, go to the diner. Yet again, nothing really that important, but we have a different kind of zombie here. He's wearing some sort of like hospital apron. And the reason why I'm pointing all of this out is because this map is huge. I mean, think of like Ascension. There's only like a few places that you can actually walk into. And mainly it's just like that starting area, and that's it. That is it. All the rest is like outside. This has a ton of outside area. This has a ton of buildings and inside area. It is so amazing. Right here, it's pretty interesting. If you look in that back room, you see a really bright light. Now, when you see a really bright light in Zombies, what do you think of? When I think of it, I think of a mystery box when it's open and that sort of thing. I mean, when it's just kind of sitting there, it's kind of like glowing a bit, but usually it really lights up once you're using it and you're trying to look for a gun in the box. So where that bright light's coming from, we can definitely say that is where a box spawn is going to be. Unless this is like something new, it's probably going to be a box spawn location. So far we got one near that bus stop, and now we have one right here, which this right here is probably somewhere near the diner, I'm assuming, but it's definitely some sort of auto body sort of place. You got a paint right here, and then you got a door, then you have toolboxes right here. Definitely some sort of a mechanical sort of place. Alright, here's another one of those screenshots where they show the bus route. Now, as you can see, it takes a couple turns, and then it stops right here where it has this little emblem of a skull. Bada bing, bada boom. As you can see right here, we have a barn. So it is confirmed there's going to be a farm somewhere on this map at least, if not the whole thing. But as you can see, we have like diners, and we have like a scrapyard sort of place. So it looks like this isn't just going to be at a farm or a barn location. This is going to be in multiple places, which I'm trying to get that in your guys' skulls. This is going to be absolutely huge. Here's another screenshot of one of the characters. You can see it kind of looks like he has a 5 o'clock shadow. I'm not exactly sure if that's just the angle or the shadowing, but you can also see he has some weird sort of watch on. I don't know if that has to do with anything, or maybe if that's just some sort of, part of the character itself, or you could actually, use it to do something. It looks like maybe a watch. Maybe it looks like it has a keypad. Probably not important, but I thought I would just point it out to you guys just in case. Ooh, check this out. Look behind the zombie that this character is shooting at. There's a house right there, and it looks like it has a deck that you can actually walk up into the house. Oh my gosh, this is like the 7th building I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, complete nerdgasm, this is crazy. There's so many places you can go in this map, I swear. This is probably going to be one of my favorite maps, never going to get tired of it. As you can see right here, you have the lady characters, the back of her head, giggity. But as you can see over here, you have a power drop. This max ammo right here, a lot of people were thinking, oh, they're going to change up so much stuff. They're going to change up, like the gameplay is going to look so much better, which I don't doubt that. I mean, this looks freaking awesome. But a lot of people were saying, oh, they're going to change like the power-ups and what they look like. But, I mean, from right here, the max ammo looks like it's the same as it always has been. Or at least, from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 2, it looks pretty much the same. Just like in other zombie maps in previous Call of Duty games, as you can see right here, zombies can actually drop down. And we've already seen them slide off of roofs and try to get at you. But here you can see that they're in the barn on the upper level. And it looks like it would be like a good maybe 18 or maybe 15 to 20 feet up or so. And they're jumping off of that height and coming down and getting you. So right when they hit the ground, they might have like a pause second where they try to get back up and run at you. or they might like crunch their knees and then run at you. So there might be a split second there that you might be able to like juke around them. So keep that in mind when you're also playing the game when it comes out. Right here is our third bus route that we have seen so far. This looks a little bit smaller than the other ones, but we got a little new emblem here. This time it is a skull, but with a knife through it. Oh, it's so gory. I love it. Let's replay that a couple of times. Oh man, this is gonna be wicked. Riot shields and zombies. Oh. Right now, here we can get a better look at one of the new characters. Like I said earlier, he had these cuffed pants and he had the boots. I'm pretty sure this is the exact same one I was talking about earlier by the tell of the clothes, especially the pants and boots he is wearing. But as you can see, he is bald. That's not really relevant to anything. I just want to give you guys a better look of these characters and give you a good insight of everything that is seen in this trailer. Now, this is like the billionth time I've mentioned this, but Treyarch is really changing up the gameplay, and especially on like every different portion of the map, there's going to be different types of gameplay involved. I mean, you got those narrow spaces of like hallways and whatnot, and then you got the narrow spaces of the bus, and you got zombies coming in from every angle, and now you got this place right here. You have catwalks going in every like direction, it seems. And remember, you're probably going to have like doors on some parts of these catwalks, which is going to make it even more complicated. You're going to be basically walking down like a narrow path, and then you have to stop at a door. If you don't have enough and there's zombies chasing you, you're gone. I'm just trying to give you guys some tips here and there, so when you actually play the game, you might actually remember me telling you these tips, and it might cause you to survive a little bit longer. So I hope you guys do appreciate me doing this for you guys. Now, this goes really fast in the trailer, and it's only for a couple frames, but right here it looks like we have some sort of electrical explosion, and then it goes right into the next scene, which is like a storm, which if you actually watched it the first time, I did not notice this. I thought it was only the storm that was making that flash, but it was actually an explosion, some electrical explosion. Maybe this is the rumored Avogadro zombie. I know a lot of people around the internet have been talking about, oh, there's some sort of electrical zombie that's going to be on this map. This could be it. We don't really see a zombie in here, but we can see that electricity is just like spewing out. It looks like lightning basically, and just a huge ball of light. But the next scene, it goes right into like lightning, so it kind of covers it up. If you're watching it real quick and you like blink your eye once, you definitely missed it. So I just want to show you guys that real quick. Now, I've mentioned this before in a zombies preview breakdown, but as you can see right here, zombies are able to get on top of the bus. There's multiple angles that you can be attacked from, every side of the bus pretty much, including the top. So you got to really strategically plan out what you're going to do in this bus, especially at high rounds. When you got really fast zombies, aggressive zombies, they're going to be swiping their fists at you like crazy. You need to know what you're going to do. You need to know who's going to be covering what windows. You need to communicate. Okay, guys, remember when I said earlier in this breakdown that I said out of service actually could mean that you need to turn on the power or something like that first? Well, this bus is driving, so I don't think that's the case. I don't think this is directly related to power in any way because it is driving right now and it still says out of service. But it does look a little bit different from previously in the trailer, so I'm going to say that maybe this is possibly breaking down. Maybe the bus actually breaks down and you have to run around on your own, which would be ridiculous if the zombies actually do run their full speed. And if you haven't seen that zombie preview trailer, these zombies run fast as heck. They run faster than you can, so and make sure you definitely take care of this bus, because if it actually does have the ability to break down, if you let it break down, it's going to be easy. So if you strategically plan how you're going to play this game and you do it right, it will extend the life of this bus dramatically, I guarantee it. Epic zombie combat jump. Alright, now this is something I really wanted to point out to you guys. Ever since I started this trailer, I was thinking about it like the whole entire time. Now you can see right here that there's a ladder going up, and then you got this hatch you can just pop open, and you can actually use this bus as like a two-layered or two-leveled building. Think about like Notchtra and Toten, for example. You might have a guy running a train on the bottom, because there's actually one little location you can do that, but it gets really hard as it goes on to higher levels. But you could have a couple guys on the bottom, maybe camping, and then like two other guys on the top. Well, you could do that here. You could have two guys guarding the bus from the top, shooting zombies that are climbing on it, and then you could have two guys in there just guarding the, inside of the bus. That makes it a lot better, because if you actually need to run somewhere, you could keep that hatchet closed, and then you can just run around in the bus. And then once it gets overloaded with zombies, you just run up that ladder, open the hatch, and then you just aim down or like throw a grenade down there or something, get rid of those zombies, and you're good. Hop right back in, and you're ready to go. Here's another one of those bus routes that they're trying to show us right here. It's like pretty animated, so I don't know if they actually show this within the game, like if they have pieces of maps to this like whole entire zombies map within it, or if maybe they have this all as one piece just laying around somewhere, or maybe they have it on like a sign or something. I think that'd be a really cool idea if they actually had that, just so you could see like how big the map is and where exactly you're going. Or maybe they have it as like a layout. Maybe when you press the start button, it will show it. They haven't really done that with zombies, but you know they are bringing it to multiplayer, so they might do that sort of thing. But as you can see here, the little emblem for this location is a skull, and it has a shotgun on each side. As you can see here, we have an intersection, and it looks like it just might have enough space to be able to do a rape train, but I mean, I've already told you guys a couple times, these zombies at some points, usually it's just when that bus is driving that the zombies run extremely fast, faster than you're running, but you know, it might not even be possible to do rape trains anymore, but we'll just have to see when the game comes out. Earlier in the video, we saw that diner, but it looks like we might have another diner or some sort of bar. We have a pool table here, and we have a stool right there. So this is definitely some sort of hangout, you know, some sort of pub or something like that. Here's a screenshot of some more flaming zombies, just a better, clear view for you. I mentioned this earlier in the breakdown, but get this. You got these huge puddles of lava with cracks with the lava. It's ridiculous. Now, if they make it really complex and you even just get near it and it hurts you, even when you have like PhD Flopper, or maybe they actually, hey, you never know. They might have a perk that cancels out lava, so you can just walk right through it or walk right near it and you won't get hurt as much. But just saying, like, if they do make it so that you get hurt even just a little bit, this would be a huge, huge defect. Because if you can rape train around this area, I mean, you got cracks on, like, every side of this place. So if you had to rape train through here, you would get hurt a lot. It'd be very tough to do what we usually do in zombies. A lot of people love to rape train, and a lot of people don't. So I think a good half of us will be happy, and another half is not going to be too happy. All right, now this is really interesting here. Obviously, we have the lady character right here. She's holding some sort of weapon. Now, I almost want to say it's like some sort of turbine because of how it sounds, but it's so ridiculous. She's holding it like it might be like a chainsaw, but I don't know. You guys tell me what you think in the comments below. Like, I want, if anything, tell me what you guys think this machinery, this weapon is right here. I don't know if it's like a kill streak, like a kill streak in zombies. I don't know if they're going to do that, but remember, they're adding this to multiplayer. They can really do anything they want at this point. So what do you guys think this is right here? But let's keep going, get a better look at this. Just from the material right here, it looks like it is some sort of turbine by the shape of these little things right here under these like valves or whatever those are, these measuring meters. But right here to the right, you have an RPM meter, which it actually gets up to about like 35,000 RPM, because if you see RPM times 1,000, so it says about 30, and then between that is about like 35. So once it gets up to 35 times 1,000, 35,000 RPM. That is ridiculously high. And then on the left here, you can actually have a meter that tells you when it's getting overheated. So this is probably a very powerful weapon, but it must be a weapon that is so powerful they actually have it to overheating at some point so that you're restricted a little bit. And then right there, it's like some sort of flesh burning or flesh like spewing noise. I don't even know what that is. Let me know what you guys think about this whole entire breakdown, especially that last part right there. That's really interesting to me. I think it's some sort of turbine that just like blows zombies away or incinerates them or something like that. But you know what? I honestly have no idea what it could be. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I hope you guys loved this breakdown, because I'm looking at the audio track right now. It took me a good like hour and a half just to do the audio. So if you guys could leave me a like, I don't ask for them that often, but honestly, my voice is starting to get a little soft. It's getting a little dry and rough, actually, and I had to drink water a couple times because it was getting so intense. So if you guys would please just leave me a like, I would very much appreciate it. And if you could tell me what you guys think in the comments below, positive, negative, just give me some feedback. I'd really love it. So thank you guys for watching this video, and have a great day.